All right, cue the lion roaring at the screen. Okay, hit up the lady with the torch. Now start with the planet spinning in a circle. All right, spool up the archers, pulling their bow. Yep, and then go through the bows, and then okay, now cue the Indus Sai.
I know the song.
Welcome to the Indus
Sai.
Perfect. I wanted to put us in the pantheon of the great intros for movies, and I think we did it flawlessly, if I had to guess.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And that naysayer is Nate. Fancy how it starts with the same two letters.
I'm Nate, and yeah, who are you?
Todd. I'm Todd. With two D's. I like them double D's on my name. Thank you very much. It's crass. This podcast is already crass. You've done this to me. This is your fault, Nate.
This is not my fault. This is your fault.
Now, with that being said, Nate, what is this podcast? Welcome in, everybody. Nate's going to give you a little rundown.
Yeah, so we are the Indus Sai. We are on Mount Olympus with all the other big movie studios, as Todd alluded at the beginning. We're just that great. Why? Because we review movies. That's why.
No one's done it before.
Yeah, exactly. Just another movie podcast. Trying to pick up the crumbs.
Yeah, two white guys have never done a movie podcast in their life.
We do review movies. Granted, these movies have no rhyme or reason besides, we enjoyed these movies and we wanted to go back and watch them again.
Yeah,
and they hold up? From those movies, we take two themes, two topics, whatever we can pick out of that movie, and we do some light research on it.
We shooted one last week. It was Grumpy Old Men. So we told them last week, but if this is your first episode, Nate, what topics are we going to talk about that we pulled from Grumpy Old Men?
So we're going to be talking about ice fishing and growing old.
Yes, we are. I mean, that they sound like the first one sounds like an old person thing, and the second one is about being an old person thing. So yeah, it's all themed up, guys. We put a lot of thought into these.
Yeah. Normally,
wink.
Only we each do our own separate research, but I doubled down on Todd's research, and I got all my old research from watching an earlier episode of ours where we talk about the movie Old. That's all my research.
Oh, God. I hope that's not true. Well, I did do a little dabble into Nate's ice fishing. So, we'll see if anything actually cross-pollinated. Maybe not. We shall see. But before we get into those topics, which we will, Nate, anything in the meantime that you've made meaning out of that the listeners can live vicariously through?
I went to a lacrosse game. So Colorado has the Mammoth team.
I've never seen the Mammoth, but I heard it's a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. And as Todd is well aware, the games that we go to, the teams tend to lose.
Yes,
now,
they do.
The thing is, Colorado Mammoth, they're ranked number 2 out of all the teams.
It's pretty good. That's silver.
And they lost that game. Earlier last year, we went to an Avs game.
Yep. And we know how good the Avs are.
They lost that game when we went to. We also went to a Broncos game.
During their 12 game streak.
Yeah. They lost that game. But in other regards, Todd wasn't with us. So Todd's not the common denominator here.
You guys have screwed me over, it turns out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, lacrosse was good. It was fun. Definitely crazy just them running around on a field, hitting each other with the sticks.
I guess so, yeah. I've seen a lacrosse game before, like a high school one. What would be the family if my stepfather's kids? Just step? Is it just
step? Yeah, I don't know.
It's like once removed. But anyway, one of them is really good at lacrosse and now coaches. And so I went and saw them coach their team with my mother. I think it was last summer. Yeah, but it's a good sport. I enjoy watching lacrosse. I think it's a fun sport to watch.
Yeah.
Funner than baseball.
Yeah, baseball definitely not fun. It's constant movement, at least with lacrosse.
Yeah, we need action. We need stimulation. We need shiny objects.
Yeah. What about you, Todd? Did you make any meaning out of the meantime?
No, absolutely not. But
okay.
I did have some topics we can discuss. I want your opinion on, because I have strong opinions on them. These are things. I mean, so when you say meaning out of the meantime, I guess these came up over the meantime, and I've just been thinking about them. But before I jump into those two, real quick, tomorrow I believe is April Fool's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is not a prank. That leads nowhere. I didn't have anything set up for that, so I thought maybe if we don't read this episode, how about that? This episode is not a prank. How about that? It might sound like a prank. It might sound like we're taking the piss out of everything and that we don't know what we're doing and we just release these as a lark. But they're intentional, I swear. We promise these aren't here to get anybody by surprise. What do you feel about April Fool's? Anything? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Nah, I'm not against it. I feel like
not against it. What happens whether you like it or not? But
yeah, I think as long as it's a good prank, I think it's a matter of you don't push it too much where it's like, oh, this is fucked. It's like, okay, you can laugh about it. You prank the person. Hopefully they can laugh about it.
Yeah. It shouldn't go too far.
No.
Yeah. And keep it like, I like physical pranks more than emotional pranks. There's like some of the ones that even seem innocent, like when you give somebody like a winning lottery ticket, right, that they scratch and they think they won. That is such a blow if they realize they didn't actually win. Because like, that's life-changing in your head. You're like, holy shit, my dreams are going to come. Oh, you fucked me. Now I'm still me. That sucks.
Well, I think at this point, like, I just, don't trust people enough where if it's like, oh, they give me a lotto ticket or scratch ticket or anything like that, and I win, I'm like, if I win big, I should say. If it's like the $1 or $2, it's like, all right, cool.
Ooh, you got me.
That's it. That's it.
The prank is you won your money back.
But when it's like the big one, you're like, is it real? And sure enough, when you buy those like prank ones, you can read the back and it states like some bullshit on there. And you're like, okay, this doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah,
if you actually read the card beforehand, they have to make it clear that it is not legal.
Yes.
But you're hoping that they just grab them and maybe you slide it like the third in of like a pack of real $1 scratchers, right? So they think because there's legit ones in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, don't make it like even a 10K winner, because that would, dude, I would be so excited. The air that gets let out of that balloon would crush me. But, anyway. So I know we had briefly talked about April Fools, and you mentioned something about theaters and kind of how they use April Fools. What was your point on that one?
So not necessarily theaters, but just movie companies. Mm. And I feel like it's a way for them to test the waters of, April Fools, this isn't a real movie coming out, but it got a lot of traction. Maybe we should make it a movie.
Oh, do you think that's kind of how like Cocaine Bear and like Snakes on a Plane and stuff got made?
I mean, I could see that to an extent, but also just any other movies, like sequels of them, like teasing, maybe this is coming out. And
or
then
we
it
put
actually
like
gets the traction.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think that they have done that. I think companies do try that, right? They make a mistake, quote unquote, and see what the internet's reaction is. They test the waters. So to be like putting this big name star is attached to something they would never do, just to see if people love it, then they're like, well, now the star will probably attach themselves because there's money there.
Well, then also that's probably a point for the agent to be like, hey, this prank went so well because you attached my, actor in a sense to this. So for this to be pulled off, you're going to want them. So you're going to want to actually probably pay him a bit more.
Yeah, there's incentive across the board for agents and everything to make this work.
Damn, I should be an agent. I got this figured out.
What movie would you put me in?
What movie would I put you in?
Strict drama, classic, Greek theater.
No.
Okay.
Putting you in a musical, comedy musical.
Fa la 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 la.
Perfect. He's got chords.
Yeah, I got chords on my desk I always hit all the time. If you guys ever hear like random chords, that's me. That's me fidgeting. Okay, well, April Fool's aside, let's get into the non-pranking side here. But these are two controversial opinions, and I think I don't know, it gets real. It's rocking a fine line to whether people hate you if you have the opposing opinion, because one of these you'll understand. The other one I think is debatable. So first thing, Nate, audiobooks, do they count as reading?
No.
Agreed. People are going to be furious. People
I'm sorry.
Are furious.
I don't
okay, here's how I'll put it on my side. I'll let you ruminate on that. So you have, quote unquote, you know the story, you have, quote unquote, read the book, in terms of like, if you said, hey, do you know Catcher in the Rye, but you only listened to it? Yeah, I could tell you about every character. I could tell you the plot. I understand the emotional weight and the themes. Great, because it was read out to me. But you did not literally read it. Reading is a definition of being able to see images on a page, characters, and put them together into sentences. I should be like, reading is a fundamental skill that is different than consuming a story.
Yeah. Reading is, like you said, it's not listening to someone. Like, you don't go through and, I watched the Harry Potter movies. Now I could say I've read the books. No, I watched the Harry Potter movies. I didn't read the books. I watched the movies. I feel like it's almost that kind of same concept.
Well, I agree. I think, this came up because every now and then, like, a library will try to go viral, and they'll be like, hey, asking all the people there, is an audiobook reading? And then I would say 9 out of 10 people are like, yes, obviously, don't gatekeep and don't be ableist or whatever. And then it's like one person's like, no, it's not reading. And then they get flamed in the comments. The comments are always on the side that's against us on this, Nate. They hate people that are like, it's not actually reading. But I'm not saying that to like discount people that use audiobooks. Great, dude, you're consuming way more. I wish I was like you. I wish I listen to podcasts, right? But when it comes to a story, you have to really sit there and pay attention. If you're multitasking or doing other things, you're not really consuming what's happening, right? Just like if you're reading, you can't close the page and do something else and still somehow consume that, right? You need to be paying attention. I'm not saying they're not getting that information or not intelligent or anything like that. I'm just saying it's not the same skill. And in that comment section, I actually had I had to pop in on this TikTok and have an argument on one of these, but I said, words have meanings. Reading means to physically read the words. Listening to words is listening to the words. And that's okay. Both are valid. Like, both are valid, right? And then somebody responded to me, or maybe in the same thread, said, if I chew and swallow my food, but the person next to me used a feeding tube, did we not both eat? And I said, see, you've made the point you meant to refute. You both consumed food. Only one of you chewed and swallowed it beforehand, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you both got to the same result, but only one of you had to do the work for it. That is different. Anyway.
So what you're saying with that logic is you have bought IKEA furniture. I have actually made a table from scraps and wood. Therefore, you're a woodworker.
That one's a little stronger of like a disparity. But yes, I get we both own a table, but you built the table.
Yeah.
We both use the table. You made the table. Yeah, there's a difference to getting to the end result is the difference. Again, this isn't ableist or anything. Some people simply cannot read, and that's something that, like, there's literacy issues and stuff, and people don't have the same opportunities and atmosphere to be able to get this education. They should have that opportunity, and you want people to learn how to read. That's a core fundamental as like a child in schooling, what that's for. If they never got that, you don't say, well, if somebody literally could not read, like could not understand words on the page, you would not ask them to read out in front of you as an adult, right? You wouldn't be like, oh, wow, I guess you do know how to read because you told me a story, but if I asked you to read it out loud and you couldn't, you wouldn't shame them. Like, it's not about shaming. It's just about some people can and some people can't. I don't know. I've started the argument here for no reason, but it pops up so often that I'm like, guys, what are we doing? Like, it's fine if you don't read the book. Audiobooks are great. Just don't claim that you read the words on the page when you never saw the words. I don't know. That's why we all like pronounce names differently and shit, right?
Yep. It's definitely crazy. Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Okay. Now, this next one is the one that gets very controversial. And have you ever heard of a thing called aphantasia?
No.
It is from a Cleveland clinic. The definition is aphantasia is a characteristic some people have related to how their mind and imagination work. Having it means you don't have visual imagination, keeping you from picturing things in your mind. People often don't realize they have it, and it's not a disability or medical condition. Have you ever heard of that argument where people say, I cannot imagine things in my head? They literally cannot picture it.
Yeah.
This is where I get canceled type thing. I think people just don't understand how to explain what they see in their head. And that's where aphantasia comes from. It's a misunderstanding of what you're seeing in your head. Because they say basically, if I said, Nate, picture an apple. I can picture an apple. I can turn it in my head. I can put dew on it, right? It can be glossy. It can have a spoiled spot. It can be red. It can have a curve at the bottom. Other people, if they have aphantasia, they say, I can't even picture an apple. I have no idea. I can't picture that in my head. I can't see an apple in my head.
Yeah, I'm stuck on the fact that you went with red apple. Disgusting.
It's a classic apple. Okay, classic.
But yeah, I guess I don't know. It's one of those where I don't know the workings of other people's minds. But like as you were describing that, I was like, okay, yep, I see the apple. Oh, now it's rotating. Yes, there's the dew coming off the sides. Yep. Oh, now it's red. What the fuck is wrong with you? But like I see it as you were talking about it.
And that's just like now this is where you're like, that's ableist, right? Because I feel like an asshole even saying it out loud because I get it. The thing is, I'm so ignorant, I can't believe that it's a real thing because I'm like, how would that even be possible? Like, let's say you saw a robbery and then the cops came to you. Have you ever heard of them going, I don't know what they look like at all. I can't picture them in my head. You'd go, were they a male? What was the hat they were wearing? Like when you have to like say your loved one went missing, you have aphantasia, you'd be able to tell them what they fucking look like, which means you have to be able to picture it in your head, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you would even be able to spell your own name or spot your name on a list if you never know what that looks like. Like their short-term memory has to still be in there. You still have to be able to like to recognize you, Nate, on a thing. If somebody else popped into your spot right now, I'd be like, well, that's not Nate. All right. Wouldn't an aphantasia person be like, oh, I don't know, that could be Nate. They say they're Nates. You'd have to be able to recognize what they look like, which means your memory is keeping track of their facial features, if they have a beard right now or not. Guys, I'm sorry. I will apologize. I know even people that say they have aphantasia, so I feel bad even talking about it, but it's just something that blows my mind, and I'm ignorant. If an expert wants to come on, I will happily say, I'm happily saying right now, maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm just an asshole about this, but I don't get how you would even be able to function in normal society if you don't recognize things in your head. You'd have to be able to recall them, like directions, where something is, what your child house looks like. But they're like, it's a vibe. They feel like a vibe. It says like they think they can imagine like the feeling of it or the sound of it. And it's like, but if you had to pick it out in a lineup, if you can pick it out of a picture, then you know what it looks like.
So I get where you're coming from on it completely. But for me, I guess I just don't know enough about the topic or anything to really weigh in what's right, what's wrong.
I don't either.
And so that's where I'm at. But I'm wondering almost if, it's a thing that happens, is it going to be, I know, here goes, we're going through a broken record again. As time goes, is it going to be more of a thing that people rely on AI to describe stuff for them?
Oh, like if you have aphantasia?
Yeah, where you're relying on AI to do this thinking for you or doing the work for you. If that's going to be more of a cause from it.
Maybe. I mean, I could see that being probably already implemented if you have aphantasia. See, I started this whole thing by saying I don't believe it exists, right? And that's the ignorant. Todd, you ignorant slut. Like, that's what that is. I on one hand, I believe it's real because so many people explain it that way. I just can't. What I really don't believe is how deep it goes.
Yeah. To
be able to function in society. Maybe what I'm getting caught on, and that's just me just ranting, I've talked so much, is that your picture, it's not that you don't know what a stoplight looks like, right? It's that you can't picture it you can't see it more so of like spinning in your head. You can't make it change lights in your head. You can see a static image of a stoplight for a second, but you can't change it from green to red to yellow, etc. Like it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't have an imagination at that point, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. Don't know anything about it.
Do they dream?
I don't know, Todd. You're asking me these questions I have no idea on. You really threw me a curveball.
Audience, tell me right now, do I cut this entire segment out so I don't look like an asshole? I don't even know at this point.
I don't think you're an asshole because
but
I don't think you're an asshole at all for this, because you're trying to figure out something you don't understand, but you're also willing to listen to logic. You're not set in your mindset that, oh yeah, this is wrong. You're willing to like, oh, if an expert explains this to me, I'm going to listen and hear what they have to say.
Yeah, if we found somebody with aphantasia or somebody that researches or came on and talked or whatever, or if there was something down the street, it's like they're having this expo on mental health and one of them is speaking on this or whatever, I'd be like, great, I want to hear this because I don't understand how it works on a day-to-day level. But so if I did say at the beginning of this, I don't believe it's real, which I probably did say, it's not that I don't believe it's real. It's hard for me to even grasp it at a basic level.
Yeah.
But that's...
Yeah. So you're not a complete asshole.
Not complete. I'm 99%, but that 1% is holding out strong. I'm sorry. I love everybody, even if you can't picture my face in your head, all right? I'm still smiling at you.
The cracks are just starting to form.
Oh, those are called wrinkles.
Oh, no, I was talking about the ass crack is starting to form to be an asshole.
Oh, like wow, it's just a flat sheet of skin right now. If it's just starting, I'm doing pretty good. All right, well, guys, that was somehow meaning in the meantime. These are things I've been thinking about. I've had my notes, and I'm like, I need to ask Nate about this.
That's making meaning out of the meantime.
I'm trying to be a better person, trying to learn more. But, guys, audiobooks not reading. We are assholes on that. We are 100% on that side.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
We're
not. Yeah.
We have all the information we need on that one.
No expert will change our goddamn mind on definitions. Okay, but anyway, Nate, what do you want to move this along to the actual thrust of this episode?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to, I guess, some research that we have done.
Do you want to start yours?
Start off. Yeah, I'm going to start off with ice fishing.
Okay.
Now, this is probably the most in-depth research I have done so far in the pod.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, get it in-depth because fishing, it's about depth at times.
Hold on. Cue laugh track. Whoa!
Thanks. I needed that.
I need to move my legs. They were falling asleep just like that joke. Hold on, let me do that. Okay, now you're good.
All right. So, kind of went on. This is all from onthewater.com. So, going through some of the basics, it has where to ice fish. So, ice fishing is an effective way to catch just about any species of water fish. Understanding a particular body of water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off already, but I'm picturing that certain fish are dormant. You can't catch them at all during ice times. Huh.
So, and fish that live in it will give it you a big advantage. So it also depends what fish you're looking for. So that fish could depend on if it's more towards the surface or towards the bottom. From there, also you want to make a nice little fishing hole. So how to make an ice fishing hole? Since most species of fish will be found near the bottom, it's important to sound the hole so you know how deep to place your bait. So sounding the hole, I had to go through a little bit of research on that. And it's pretty much what it sounds like is you're taking a line with a weight.
Oh. Okay.
And then from there, you're just dropping it down to the bottom until you feel like that weight has hit the bottom. And then that's kind of your measurement in a sense.
How would you know if it hit the bottom? Is that a stupid question?
I think it's just more of like the string kind of gives. It doesn't have like that taut feeling there anymore.
Also, it's just, it's completely, you can actually give a little slack to it. Okay.
Yeah. So some species, however, such as trout and salmon, have the tendency to cruise just below the ice. So if this species resides in the pond you're fishing, it might be wise to set a few baits just below the ice.
Okay, so sound it. And I know you got to use augers are a big part of ice fishing, right? To actually make the hole.
Yep. So that's So from there, also, we'll get to the augers. Yeah, that's part of it.
Sorry, I don't want to jump in. This is what happens when we look into each other's research a little bit.
So you also want to make sure your hole doesn't freeze over. So you're going to want to skim any ice off the top. What's up?
Hole freezing over just made me laugh. I don't know. I don't know. That stuck out to me.
All right. But at the same time, like, this also made me think of, like, yeah, we did watch Grumpy Old Men as our last week's episode. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's why he had the little ladle scoop at the top as he was, like, scooping off the ice. Oh. And I was like, that makes sense now. I understand what that was for. I had no idea that's what they were doing. So you'll need a tool to cut the hole. The most economical choice is an ice chisel, sometimes referred to as a spud. The next step up is a quality hand auger to expand your drill and your hole. So both of the tools work great, but you're going to get an arms workout using, if you have like a hand auger or just an ice pick.
Yeah, you get a hand workout if you're working that rod to open up a hole.
Yeah. So if not, you can go with a gas-powered one or electrical one, which just makes life easier.
Yep. Battery powered for sure.
Yep. Some of the other gear they said you'd want is a sled to drag your gear out. So it makes sense. Like as you're going on the ice, you're not making multiple trips. Just pack it in the sled, and it's like your little red wagon going across the ice.
My little red wagon.
Then they said a depth sounder, a pair of ice picks, and perhaps most importantly, a pair of traction cleats.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense. You'd be slipping all over the freaking place.
Yeah.
Did it say that the most important part was your setup on the inside, your vinyl record player?
No, they didn't say anything about that. So
shit. Just in Grumpy Old Men, huh? Okay.
Yep, just in that nice little ice shanty. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I'm going to call them an ice shanty.
I think that works.
So then from there, there's two different types of ice fishing techniques to use. There's tips up and then ice fishing jigs. So Grumpy Old Men, we did not see tips up. That was not a thing we ever saw. It was just the ice fishing jigs, such as the Green Hornet.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, what is the tips up?
So there are two ways to catch fish through the ice using tips up trap. It's a specialized jigging rod to deploy your bait through the hole in the ice. Most ice fishermen set all their tip ups if they get a hole or a hot hole. So pretty much it's like a trap. It's almost like a mouse trap is how they explained it in a sense.
Interesting. Okay. Kind of like those old school, like wicker made ones, right? Or like reeds where you tie them in and they kind of go in one and they can't go back out the other way. Is that kind of those traps, or am I thinking too big?
I didn't look at any images for it, so
it's fair. But if it's like a mouse trap, that would make sense then, right? Like you can go in, but you can't get back out.
Yeah. There are many types of tips up available today. So a tip up, like they say, the Frailbill Pro thermal tip up is uniquely circular in shape in order to cover the entire hole to prevent freeze up and protect the hole from collecting slush or snow. So it's just kind of sitting on top of the hole as like an anchor, I guess.
Wow, sounds pretty impressive. That's a lot of acronyms.
Yeah.
Is it acronyms?
From there, there's an adapted traditional setup like the Frailbill Arctic Fire Tip Up is designed to be highly visible in low or light snowy, blustery conditions and features a low temperature lubrication for seamless performance.
Ooh, yeah.
And freeze resistance. Then there are styles like the classic wooden Beaver Dam Original Rail Tip Up, a simple, user-friendly setup which has been catching fish through the ice for over 50 years since its development in Wisconsin.
Man, so by the way, fishing experts are getting rock hard to this stuff right now, and the names of them don't help, man. The names of some of these and lubricating it up to get better action is just, I mean, this shit is ripe for this podcast.
Yeah. So here I go on now. It has how tip-ups work. So old-fashioned tip-ups share many similarities with a mousetrap. Both are constructed of wood and wire. Both were invented a long time ago. Both have been redesigned in hundreds of different ways, and for both, the original design remains relatively unchanged. A tip-up consists of a spool with line, a mechanical trigger mechanism, and a flag that pops up when the fish pulls line from the spool.
Oh, wow. So it is really like, it's like as simple automation as you can get for that kind of process.
Yep.
I am
And from
picturing
there, that's
almost the mousetrap game.
yeah.
It's probably not as wild as that, but there's no diver that pops into a pool halfway through.
Yep. And so from there, obviously, people will set these traps up and then they'll go to other holes. But then obviously they'll go back to these traps. If they keep activating, that becomes a hot hole. And then I guess that's where they start using the jig, which is just a fishing rod in a sense. And then they'll start fishing from there continuously rather than just the traps.
So if the trap gets hit, you've got a fish, but then you know that the fish are in that area, so then you go old school?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. It seems greedy of these guys to have more than one hole.
You know, they like to have their holes. Ice cold holes.
Ice cold freezing over holes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, the lakes aren't probably too packed, right? So I imagine you probably got some good pick of the litter for like spaces. So
maybe. I don't know. Ice fishing baits. So shiners are the primary bait you'll find, and they will often be available in different sizes. Stick with small shiners for trout and panfish. Go big if you're seeking bass or pike. So some shops will also carry chubs, which make great baits that are often cheaper than shiners.
Chubs?
Yeah. Chubs, holes, lubricant.
Shiners doesn't really have anything to it, but
yeah. And then from there, if you're going to be fishing with a jigging rod, it's tough to beat the classic Swedish pimple, which is a type of lure.
Okay.
And one of the smallest sizes available. Adding some meat to the jig will always up your odds. So tip the hook with a mealworm, a small piece of nightcrawler, or if all else fails, an eyeball from a kept fish.
Eyeball? Wow. They're attracted to other fish's eyeballs?
Yeah, fish are weird, I think. I mean, fish eat fish, so...
That's true. I guess fish are the one, they just refuse to evolve? I don't know.
It's not a dog-eat-dog world. It's a fish-eat-fish world.
Which, I mean, we've seen the pictures, right? Like the diagrams. It's always a big fish eating a smaller fish, eating a bigger fish, and yada, yada, yada.
Yep. Now, the other thing you also want to make sure is you want your safety. So you want to make sure the ice is thick enough. That's also the other important part.
So it has to be thick enough, but close enough to where it's not like the auger can go through it and actually get you to... Like, it has to be probably like a very specific area or thickness, right? So where it's like fruitful, but safe.
Yeah, you want safe, but I think you can go as deep as your auger will reach. As deep as it'll reach, probably is my guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like asking me how far can you drive as far as it'll drive. But like, I imagine these augers are pretty shallow in terms of what they are, like how big the drill is.
I don't know. Either way, I didn't look up exactly the typical depth or anything like that.
Just
the only thing
I want to know.
I looked up was how thick the ice is and how much that ice will hold.
All right, let me know. I want to know how much I can step on.
All right. So, if you want to hold a single person on foot,
okay,
and this is where my in-depth research came, is I wanted to make sure you had comparison. It's 3 inches, or the average flaccid penis in the Philippines.
Wait.
I'm just trying to help you for comparison. I know you need something to compare what 3 inches is, so that's just to help compare for you.
Now, at the beginning of this episode, which got removed, I wanted to make this a clean episode, and Nate said, I can't do that because I'm talking about ice fishing, and I went, what the book are you talking about? And then I had to delete that because it didn't make any sense that I was setting that up. So now this is paying off behind the scenes and in front of the scenes now.
Yes. Now, if you want to get a group in single file line, that's going to be 4 inches. Which is the average erect penis in Vietnam.
Okay, I don't... Oh. Okay. Yep, I have nothing to add to that. I really? That's the average? I didn't think it varied so much between continents.
Well, the first one was flaccid.
True. I can't believe there's an average flaccid. That seems weird.
Of course they have the averages for that.
Yeah.
From there, we get to a passenger car, which is 2 tons.
Okay.
And that is going to be 7.5 inches, or the size of a large cucumber. See, it's not all about penises.
Cucumber in quotes with a giant wink. Yes.
No, it's just the size of a large cucumber. That's my notes on this one.
Guys, we know we're talking about penises here. Okay, go on.
No, I went in depth on this research, and that actually is the average size of a large cucumber.
I feel it's
not a penis,
but 7.5. I feel like is. We're getting around averages here. Okay, go on, guys. We don't need.
All right.
Mom, turn off the pod.
Now we have
too late.
A light truck, which is 2.5 tons.
That's what I call it.
That needs to be 8 inches, or in reference, the King Cock Elite 8-inch dual density vibrating silicone cock from the happywife.com.
The happywife.com?
Yep.
Happy wife, happy life. Well, okay, I don't even need to riff on that one. That says it all. Okay.
All right. If you want to hold a medium truck, 3.5 tons, it needs to be 10 inches, or the size queen 10-inch dildo from adamandeve.com.
I've heard of adamandeve.com. I have heard.
You don't know how much dildo research I did for this.
Did you just look in the mirror?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that's not even a penis joke. I was picturing you staring at yourself. Damn it. That joke like works on a different level, but like a meter level or like a sexual level.
All right. From there, we have a heavy truck, which is 8 tons. That holds 12 inches, or Jamal, which they call it, which is the black crankshaft G-spot dildo with suction cup from realdick.com.
Oh my God. This also could have been an auger. That's what we should call the next auger. We should come out our own line of augers. What did you look up the size for a mid-size SUV?
No.
That's an old joke too.
So real quick, next one is going to be 10 tons or 15 inches. This one isn't exact, but this is Matt Barr, which actually is a real person, has the largest recorded penis at 14.4 inches. So he's just 0.6 inches off from being that 15-inch depth to hold a 10-ton limit.
That poor guy must pass out if he gets an erection. Like, you can't physically, if that much blood working out of your system, that dude is dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Now we got 25 tons.
Oh my God, how many tons are we going here? Okay, 20 inches.
I did the research, right?
20 inches of ice, okay.
Or a 20-inch long anal dragon dildo from lovepleasuretoys.com.
Dragon. I know some people that would like that one, I guess, if they like dragons.
And then from there, we have 30 inches and 36 inches. Now, this is where it gets 70 tons and 110 tons. Yeah. I couldn't find anything on the basic sites as far as like just for pleasure toys. Okay. 30 inches was, the description is 30-inch super long dildo, huge, long, thick dildo, realistic monster dildo, lifelike, ... because I just couldn't explain the rest.
Oh,
I was like, who else would overcompensate like that? Of course, yeah, the guy that owns Amazon. That's the only place you can find it.
Oh, Bezos. Yep, that's what it is. He's like, this is what you call it. This is my hog.
So
it's his spaceship. That's why he created the spaceship. It looks like a dog.
Yeah. So there you go for depth and comparison.
You went from penises to a cucumber back to phallus. Is like why the cucumber for the 7.5? Why? That's what I'm hung up on. Why did you jump ship on that?
Just a little PG.
Yeah, great. Oh man. Okay. Well, you did go in depth on that.
Yeah, very extensive research.
Yeah, that research was thick. That's your coda.
That's it for me for ice fishing. I got nothing else after that, guys.
Okay, well, mine, my minimal research into that went the complete opposite direction. They, for a few like of just the general tips, they say that the most important things are getting a license to fish. Like first step, like you got to have that license. Second was, and they say it's one of the most important, is knowing how to properly identify each type of species that you catch. For some reason, that's like number 2, I guess. But I mean, if you already caught it, is there? I don't think it's endangered fish, right?
I think it's also catch limit, depending on your license, depending on the regulations, probably with the lake. You know, you're only allowed to catch so much of a certain type of fish.
Fine, prove me wrong, you son of a bitch. It also says choose the type of bait that you would like to use, live or artificial. But keep in mind, live baits are best for beginners. So if you're like so good at fishing, and my older brother fishes a lot, I wonder, like, do you get so bored with like the live because it's easy? I don't. It's probably not easier, but if it is easier, do you go to like, well, I need a challenge. I need to use dead or plastic lures to then see if I can do this, or are you just? Does that just make it an unnecessary thing to make it harder? Wouldn't you just want to keep catching it, or does it actually get so easy that you need to challenge yourself like a sport?
I don't know fishing. I just know it's time consuming, and people just do it to sit out on a boat and drink beer.
Are you a fisher? Do you like to fish?
I could take it or leave it. I mean, I would like to try ice fishing. I'm interested in that just to see what that'd be like. And then the other kind of fishing I'd like to try is deep sea fishing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Where you have to sit in the chair and they have to strap you in, basically.
Yeah. I'll go fishing if there's a guide there that helps me and like, oh, this is this, and can explain it, rather than me just going out there and like, am I doing it right? I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to go with a pro. I wouldn't know what to do. Especially out on a fucking deep sea, and that's not even any question. So we're going from...
I would die on my own.
I would rather do that, though, than ice fishing, because I don't like the cold, so... You have to bundle up to hell just to sit in a box that's just cold and then touch everything else that's cold and be out there for hours and deal with ice the whole time. It's not my gamble, you know?
No.
I'll let grumpy old men do it. Other grumpy old men. So I went looking for like ice fishing stories. They are all so quaint. Every story, I'm like looking for Reddit ones, like what's the craziest story? And it's just like, so me and my uncle went down there and we caught some fish. It was the best trip I ever had. And I wasn't going to go, but my wife said, you should go fishing today. And then I caught the best fish, biggest fish ever. And you always listen to your wife. These are all the stories. It's just like, we had the best time ever. It was so nice and peaceful. And wow, the stories we tell about the fish we caught. And I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing juicy here for me. It was like, so many websites I read, and it was just like the best ice fishing story ever. And I'm like, good, dude. So if you want a nice hobby, go do that, man. Go be a better person than we are. That's got to keep your blood pressure down, is fishing, right?
So you should go fishing is what you're saying.
I would never. I don't have the patience for that. You kidding me?
Doctor's orders.
Dr. Nate. No, my doctor recently said don't drink after I drink a lot. That was...
Doctor, turn off the pod?
Why are you listening to this? Yeah, I would hope. I don't know. The internet's wide, and maybe AI. If you asked AI who has a pod about this, I wonder if we would show up. Don't try that, because then it's using AI. I'm just curious. All right. Well, really, I was going to have some stories, and no, it was just like, great. We did great. So that's it for my fishing piece. Anyway,
all right.
You did all the heavy lifting with your cock talk. So,
well, what do you got for us?
I've got growing old.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is,
we're living.
You know, we're living it. Everybody's living it. If you're lucky, lives it, right? So
yeah.
It's not like the funnest topic. It's not dragon dongs from double.
That's the only one you took out of there. Was the dragon one. Okay.
Yeah, man, it stuck out the most. I don't know. Pun intended. I don't even know. But anyway, I started with the experts, the World Health Organization. They started with kind of like, today, most people can expect to live into their 60s and beyond. Every country in the world is experiencing growth in both the size and population or proportion of older persons in the population. They say by 2050, the world's population of people aged 60 years and older will double to 2.1 billion. The number of persons aged 80 years or older is expected to triple between 2020 and 2050 to reach 426 million. So that's good news, right? People are getting older and staying older rather than obviously the life expectancy mortality rate used to be. Like,
Yeah.
we would be lucky to be alive if this was 100 years ago, right? Like, this is, our life expectancies have moved quite a bit to where we do have midlife crises later on or get to experience things where it's like, we would be old age now, like legit, like, wow, how are you still here? You should have been killed off by a number of things.
Pterodactyl, T-Rex. Yeah.
Yes. Before I move on, are you somebody that fears growing old or looks forward to growing old? Because people fall into both categories.
Yeah, I feel like I fall into both categories. I think it's...
Oh, no, I meant people... Everybody falls into one of those categories, but I guess you fall into both. Okay.
I think it's more of like, fair. Yeah, it sounds nice getting old. Like, oh yeah, you just kind of relax. Like, you should be able to relax. That's the idea behind it, right?
Should be, yeah.
And I think that's where the fear sets in. Like, it'd be nice, grow old, retire. Yeah, just kind of live out your life. But then the fear is like, the age of retirement has gone up drastically, and it's just harder and harder for people to retire nowadays to where it used to be.
Yeah, you see like TikToks of people doing GoFundMes to help their delivery driver who's 85 years old to retire, and it's like, we shouldn't have to be doing this. He should have already been able to just be chilling. Like,
yeah.
When I see like, sometimes elderly people will work just to have something to do, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than I can't get out of this, right? If they make the choice, great, have fun, enjoy it. I get it. It's almost like a hobby or just keeps their mind young, whatever. But yeah, that shouldn't be forced fucking servitude as you're in your golden years. Speaking of golden oldies.
That's the other part that I think is everyone's like, oh yeah, you travel, enjoy things later in life. But then at the same time, when you're older, you don't get to enjoy it like you could when you're younger, as far as, oh, when I was younger, I was limber and I could do this, or I could pull myself up and enjoy this more strenuous activity. But when you're older, oh, you really can't do that per se, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's the irony of life, right? Or how society has set it up as well, is that exactly what you said. Like, okay, well, when you retire, you can go on all those trips you've always wanted to. Well, no, I want to do that now while I'm like, quote unquote spry, and I can go and do that. I can go off-roading or go, hiking and go mountain. Like, when I'm older, can you potentially do that? Yeah, but a lot of people can't. Their bones get fucking worked over, right? Like, they can if you fall, it could be disastrous. You can get sick easily. You can't just jump on a whim and go off and do these young activities and go. You can't go drinking all day and feel great. Like, there's health risks associated.
Yeah.
You want to do the retirement stuff now, and you can't because of the way of like, you better have the kids, raise them up, and then there's 18 years gone or whatever, and then you're at this older age when you're an empty nester and you're done with the job that you spent every day doing, and then that's
also
it sucks.
If you're an empty nester too, though, because the age of kids moving out of their parents' house has gone up too. That's not the same. Hopefully by then those kids are self-sufficient and they can take care of themselves, but it's just,
but you can't always guarantee that. Yeah. Something you could also be then taking care of grandchildren or want to be on. It's just a whole thing. It's just, and that's not even just kid related. Again, like, it's like health related. You can't just go have these crazy experiences and go post on your Instagram or talk to your friends at a party next time. Be like, we just got to go do all this. That's not the same anymore. It's not. I don't know it's just it is the cruel irony of aging. But anyway, back to it. We'll back up from old age to a little bit of middle age. Science Daily says that middle age is becoming a tougher chapter for many Americans, especially those born in the 60s and 70s. Compared with earlier generations, they report more loneliness and depression, along with weaker physical strength and declining memory. These troubling trends stand out internationally, as similar declines are largely absent in other wealthy nations, particularly in Nordic Europe, where midlife well-being has improved. I believe it.
Yeah.
The Nordics, they're happy. Dude, American laws and traditions and expectations are crippling young
business.
people. Yeah. Whereas
that's all that matters.
you always hear of like Finland and shit. The quality of life is great, and they're just like, dude, we're all chill and we're all hanging out, and like we get people all this vacation time because life is meant for living, not for fucking shareholders and the bottom dollar of these groups that don't care about you. It's just your work family comes ahead of every other family type in America. Sucks.
Yeah, no, I looked at a statistic. It was a while back, actually, before even going through this podcast, of countries that give PTO as like a law or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we were on there, and I think the other country that was listed on there with us that is not required by law to give PTO was North Korea.
Yeah, we're very similar to North Korea. They're like, here comes the, hey, you go, are you not free? America. It's like, dude, no. America has made you believe that pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and working and providing for these corporations is like what we're meant to do. And it's like, what? No. Dude. These other
countries need to be living for
so
yourself, not worried about someone else's dreams.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can still, like, again, to be, society to function, you need goods to be made and sold, right? People need to function and everything to be able to enjoy this. Yes, you can work, but you don't have to work your life away to where that's all you're dependent on. That's so crazy. Yeah, I believe it. North Korea, yep. Going on to another big property is the Mayo Clinic. They're an authority on this shit, and they have an article called Aging, What to Expect. And so I run through a few of like the major pieces. So arteries, Nate, it's common for your arteries to become stiffer over time. This causes the heart to work harder to pump blood through these blood vessels. The heart muscles change to adjust to the greater workload. So get ready for that. They say, though, to help prevent this, move more, eat a healthy diet, maintain a healthy weight, don't smoke, manage your stress, and get enough sleep. All part of the American dream and possible, correct?
Yeah, totally.
Following that up quickly is bones. With age, bones tend to shrink in size and density. We know that. All of a sudden, people that were taller, your elderly, get real short. This weakens them. Age-related bone changes also might cause you to become a bit shorter. Okay, we just said that. Muscles tend to lose strength, endurance, and flexibility. So great things to look forward to. But they say to fix that, get enough calcium, get enough vitamin D, include physical activity in your daily routine, and don't abuse substances, and like don't smoke, right? So we're starting to see a theme here, okay? Keep yourself active.
Yes.
Digestive and bladder. So this one, I put these together because they were in two separate columns, but it says, so on one hand, it says more constipation in older adults, right? You're more constipated. At the same time, it says weakness of bladder muscles, so you have more urge and more often you will urinate. So you're more constipated, but you need to piss more. And that's a really two sides of the same shitty coin, no pun intended. But they say to eat a healthy diet, include physical activity in your daily routine. Do not ignore the urge to have a bowel movement, Nathaniel. Quit holding it in. But also go to the toilet regularly. That tracks. Don't smoke. Imagine that popped up again. Do Kegel exercises or Kegel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, like tightening. I'm doing them right now. Can you see me?
Yep.
Limit foods and drinks that can irritate the bladder, such as caffeine, acidic foods, alcohol, and carbonated drinks, because those can make incontinence worse. I would feel like milk does too. So this is a sidetrack. So if I drink milk, I need to piss way sooner. It goes through me like that. Okay. I don't know why. If I drink milk before bed, I'm getting up in the middle of the night to piss. If I don't drink milk, sleeping through the night.
Is it frothy pee?
No. Are you having the same issue with milk?
No.
Does it make you piss more?
No, I mean, I feel like I piss normal.
Somebody turn
amount for me.
People that don't want to hear piss talk. I don't know. We already talked about dildos. Buckle.
I drink a lot of water though.
So
I pee a lot because of that.
Oh yeah, I don't notice. I guess that's why I notice it maybe because I don't drink as much water as I should. Doctor, turn off the pod. But when I drink milk, it's like right through me. I don't know why, but not going to stop. Yeah, and then it also says just prevent constipation. What? Okay. So all right, man.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. A couple more. So memory. Memory obviously starts to go. We know that. I don't need to explain what happens there. But it says it's to help your memory move more during your day, eat a healthy diet, stay mentally active, be social. So this is helping us right now, Nate. This is helping us. Take care of your heart health. That is related. And what do you think? Quit smoking is on that list, okay?
What?
Yeah. And then skin is the last one. Skin starts to get, whatever. It happens things. What is the thing that it says on there, Nate? Can you guess?
Yeah, I have my hand raised, actually, if no one knew. But I'm going to guess quit smoking.
It is. Don't smoke. Every single one of those, do not smoke. You fucking goofs. Right? It's the one that you don't need to do. It's one that it's not part of life. Like, you don't have to do it. It's just a thing you choose to do.
What about an occasional cigar?
Caught me cold turkey on that one. That's not the phrase, but you know what I mean. We've only had cigars during. Yeah, okay. You shouldn't smoke ever, but smoking refers to cigarettes, right? Like that's.
Yeah.
I mean, there are habitual cigar smokers, obviously. If you're buying a pack and you're just doing it every day and you're doing it when you're stressed and blah, 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 and you need it after sex and when you're drinking, people always have these excuses. No one does that really a lot with cigars. That's usually, hey, we went on a bachelor party trip. We had a cigar and that was it, right? You did it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that either, for the record. But smoking just in general, like cigarettes, is such a non-needed thing. You just start it to, again, I went on a rant about vaping, but this is the same kind of zone, but 10 times worse, right? It's such an antiquated thing that there's like, you should do this. And you're like, yeah, great. It actually causes every single one of the health issues I have. Imagine that.
Yeah. I think it's just always weird, though, of like people being built differently. Because I look at it as my Oma. She smokes a lot every day.
Oh,
but she's up there in her 80s now.
Yeah. I mean, it's not saying that it'll always get you, but it gets you majority of the time. Do you want to be in the majority or the minority? I mean, that's really the thing. Yeah,
no, I'm not advocating, hey guys, go out and smoke a pack a day. All right, Marble Lights, here we go. Toot toot, buy a pack.
Toot toot. Yeah, or Marble Reds with no filters, right? People even will do like the non-filter ones. And you're like, what?
That's always weird to me.
I don't know. But there's like, because I remember like there was a lady I think that lived to, into her hundreds, and it's like, what do you do? It's like, I drink a Dr. Pepper every day and like do something. Like, it was just the most like, she just lives her life and she's fine. That could come down to genes. Most of us don't have those genes. And the fact that we have so many studies where smoking affects all of this, just avoid that and, hey, try and have a better life. I don't know.
I guess the other thing too is like when you're at that older age, if you start then, I mean, I don't know if it's like I'm already at this old age. I just want to enjoy the things I enjoy. Because I'm thinking back to grumpy old man, Grandpa Gustafson. He's like, I don't care. I eat bacon, I drink beer, and I'm just enjoying life.
Yeah, they are our baseline, right? That's what I grew up on thinking old age was. You just do whatever you want, and you just, again, sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah.
If you and I are able to live in houses next to each other in our 80s, that would be the luckiest story in the world. We won't get into more morbid, will we both be alive at a certain point? But,
be out there like, today's the day, Todd's gonna croak, I feel it.
Dude, that could be any day. And I live alone. It could just, I saw a lady on TikTok just today before we recorded. She bought, it's like a de-choker, like it's a mask you put on and you pump the thing and it pulls whatever's in your mouth out, because she's like, I live alone and I don't want to choke to death. And I'm like, oh, that is like a fear you have to have, right? Like, god dang it, man.
Yeah, no, that's a fear I go through every now and then, but luckily Todd's pretty quick and prompt about responding to text, so I'm good. But the times where it's like, he didn't respond,
yeah,
should I be concerned right now? Let's give it an average movie time. Maybe he went and saw a movie, and that's, why he's not responding at the moment.
Yeah, I've set a precedent for like responsiveness, and now if I don't, then people know he's like, oh, he's either not happy about something or he's dead. So I have to be real careful with my timing on responses. I won't get to. There was a I called it the depressing list from a place I won't even name because I feel bad for the blogger that had to put it out. But they were just like, what's good about growing old? And it was the most fluffy, like, okay, you're really stretching here. It's like senior discounts. Okay, great. A sense of accomplishment. Older people often have a healthy sense of pride that comes from their accomplishments. And I was like, these are such bare minimums that I'm not going to go into them.
That's just mental stability at that point, because you don't know if they're actually like, I accomplished this.
Right. Well, that's like, did I accomplish a bowel movement? That's again, what is the bar? Like, yes, that could be a good thing, but is that what she's referencing? I don't know.
Old man, she also said, on the toilet, one fist in the air.
Like Breakfast Club style. Yeah. Don't you flush, forget about me. And she also put like guaranteed minimum income, Medicare, and Social Security. Spoiler alert. Those might not exist, lady.
Yeah.
But anyway, the last thing I'll finish up with is a list from Web Fucking MD, our best friends over there. And it's 14 things no one tells you about aging. And it was quote unquote medically reviewed. So Nate, you tell me what you think here. Number 1, using what you've learned. This is called crystallized intelligence, and it keeps getting better even when you're 65 or 70.
Memory loss. Got it. Okay, continue on.
No, crystallized means that it's like I'm just locked in. It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking when you get older, memory loss.
Yes, it's the opposite. Number 2, you'll probably get more agreeable as you age, at least through your 60s. You're also likely to be happier and less inclined to get angry.
Todd, get older. Get older, Todd. Get older.
Ain't no way. I wasn't this. I mean, my friends might disagree. I was never this angry earlier in life. I was just more quiet about it, maybe. Now
Spoiler
I'm
alert.
into a
guys,
mic.
Todd was this angry earlier on in life, throwing shit in the back room where people couldn't see it.
Oh, I mean, I raged in the back of a grocery store. Absolutely flipped out in these back rooms.
But nowadays, I feel like you would do it in front of the person.
Yeah, because then I'd be like, fire me. What do I care? I did tell a customer once, she's a pain in the ass. She was ranting about, maybe I said this in the first episode of the pod, or not first episode, but like first iteration. She was ranting about something and like, well, I'll just go across the street. And I said, c'est la vie. She's like, what? And I said, go for it. And then one of our friends was also nearby and she got to see that. So I have a witness, and she stormed away. And it's like, what do I care if you don't come back? What do I care if you go across the street? What the fuck do I care? Get out of here. Anyway, they didn't fire me because I was too important. Number 3, back on track here. You're more in tune with other people's emotions in your 40s than at any other time in your life. So, Nate, I'm very in tune with you.
Which medical person signed off on this? I want to fucking know.
It was me. I medically approved this. Number 4, women over 80 were more likely than those between 55 and 79 to say they were satisfied during sex. I believe that. Because I think you hear about nursing homes, they are just ripe with STDs because they are having sex left and right.
Yep.
And I think it's maybe when you're younger, because I mean, the thing is like 55 to 79 is not young per se, right?
No.
But like, are they still keeping it secret when they're not satisfied in bed? And at 80, they're like, fuck it. You better make me come. Everybody turn off the pod.
Put the brakes on the wheelchair. I wanna come.
Put the brakes on the wheelchair. Put the brakes on that speaking point. Number 5. As you age, medications, illness, like colds, flu, gum disease, etc., and allergies all can change your sense of smell and taste. I think that's just normal too, right? Like you can just get an allergy in life.
I feel like it should say, you're more prone to getting sick. Not saying, hey, you could get a better sense of smell and taste from this.
Yeah, I thought that's where it was going. It went the other way. Large hairs, this is 6. Large hairs appear in older guys' noses and ears. Older women may notice small hairs on their chins. So,
yeah, I still don't understand what that's about. You know, the hair, the nose and ear hair thing.
Do you get ear hair? He's checking.
Not yet. No, not yet. We're good.
I get white ear hair on the left side. My right ear doesn't get any hair. The left one, all of a sudden, I'll get like 3 sprigs, and I'm like, where did you come from?
That's because your heart is on your left side, so your left side's always working harder, and it produces stuff more often.
Okay, so now that's medically reviewed too, right? This is, are you the one that wrote this goddamn article with that batshit opinion?
Yes, I am bullshitting here.
Dude, if you'd said that straight lace, somebody somewhere would be like, yeah, absolutely. Number 7, our sleeping patterns can shift as we age, so we get sleepier earlier and wake up earlier.
I mean, I see that with old people. That's a
old
thing.
Old people do wake up
not
early.
So much.
Yeah,
but I wonder if that's also just a mentality thing.
It is.
Like generational.
It's routine, I think. Like,
yeah.
There's patterns where I'll be like, I'm going to go to bed by 10, and for a while I'll get sleepy at 10. And then if I just start staying up till like midnight, then I'm not tired at 10. I'll get tired at midnight or later, right? It's just, you can just train yourself in and out of that. Number 8, only 10% of women and 5% of men over 70 still report migraines. So,
that sounds nice.
Right? Migraines go, is that due to like the brain losing like it just doesn't know it's having a migraine? I don't know. Like, what is the logic there?
All right, they got one. If it's true,
they got him. Nate's in on aging now. I'm tipping him over to looking forward to it. Number 9, a study called the Longevity Project found that people who work hard at a job they enjoy live the longest. Shocking. That, along with good friends and a good marriage, I'm fucked, could be the key to sticking around for a while. How do you feel about that?
That makes sense. Like, you have a means to live. Always, you hear the stories of like, oh, well, they stopped working and then they retired and then they died or something. I think it's also just a matter of finding, God, this guy fucking crying in the back. Shut up. I'm trying to talk here.
All right.
I think it's also just having like hobbies that you actually enjoy, because nowadays you're more accessible to be able to get online and talk with friends or play games compared to back in the day. It was, oh, well, you can't really contact someone and talk to them or reminisce or any of that kind of stuff.
Or like, I guess even, to that point, like therapy, there's no one to talk to. That just wasn't mainstream, right? Now you can access that online, even if BetterHelp.com has some real shit asses working for them. You could do it if you needed to. And if you decide to sponsor us, BetterHelp.com. All right. Number 10, one study found that about a third of adults over 65 have the fear of breaking their bones. That's it. That's number 10. That's a no shit thing. I have a fear of breaking bones, but I get 65. If you fall,
fuck. I mean, a couple years ago, I fell in my driveway, tore ligaments in my elbow.
Yeah, that's because you're a pussy.
Just getting old, man.
Yeah, you fucking wish. Early 30s. I guess you were like what, probably 32, so you were pretty old. Now, if you had done that, if you had fallen when you were 37, you might feel young. This is a callback to last episode.
See, you get it. Thank you.
I get it. Yeah.
Todd understands.
I understand. I understand on number 11 here. I don't know. I'm going to read it now. Self-esteem soars as you age. Studies show that it increases. Jesus, guys. Number 11 is Todd can't learn how to fuck.
Todd can't learn how to fuck. Perfect. That's gotta stay in.
I'm going to not clip that. Number 11, guys. Start that train over here. Self-esteem soars as you age, studies show, and increases with wealth, education, good health, and employment. But it takes a dip after 60. Isn't that just common sense?
I think self-esteem is more of just, maybe you don't care when you get older.
But it says it takes a dip.
Oh, it takes a dip?
After 60. So up into 60, you're like, I fucking rock. And at 60, you're like, no, never mind. Like, I don't see how that...
pants.
Well, you're not that old. That's not... 60's not
I mean, I've shit my pants as an adult, but that's for another
We've
time.
all shit our pants.
As an adult?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think most people would actually admit, because they're like, dude, if you eat something funky and you're not at home and you're just like, uh-oh. Like, everybody, even women will admit that. They're just like, uh-oh. Mistakes have been made. Now, if you do it regularly, then you probably should be looking into some products. But number 12, baby boomers and older adults report less stress than their younger counterparts, according to the American Psychological Association's annual Stress in America report. Less stress than the younger, which I could see because baby boomers, they got the houses for cheap. They stole all the money. They stole all the benefits. And then they made rules for the younger groups that had to follow in their steps that they don't actually believe in. And we're saddled with all the debt and lack of opportunity.
Yeah. The properties they bought for cheap back in the day have skyrocketed.
Yeah. It's millions compared to I bought it for $30K. It's like
the average wage of living compared to what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah. Cost of living doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I'm back to I don't want to get old.
Oh, shit. He's back over. Okay. We'll see if these last two sway you either way. 13, the spaces between the bones in your spine, called your vertebrae, get closer together. And obviously, we said this in the last thing, but that can make you about an inch shorter as you get older. So that's duh.
Okay,
we'll move quickly along.
Yeah, okay.
to the 14th. The last one they say is those 60 and over tend to cast ballots more than any other age group, which, is true. It's true. That's why
everything except for the last one can be prevented by, maybe the last one can be prevented as well, by stopping to smoke. Stop smoking, right? Yeah.
Yes, stop smoking.
Okay.
I don't know if that fits to every category, but it's got to be. I bet we could find it. If we went back and looped that in, we probably could find a connection there of making it better. So, I mean, you do see that older people tend to be more conservative, and conservatives tend to win because old people actually get out and vote. They will do it in person. They'll send them in. They will do it. And young people are like, well, I don't care. I'm not going to point any fingers here, but they'll say I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And then we lose elections and it just becomes a shit show. So yeah, young people, that's why there's always rock the vote. A lot of politicians are really trying to engage the younger generations because they make up a huge chunk and they could sway elections, and they're just too fucking lazy to do it. But yeah. Any thoughts on voting, Nate?
I got nothing here.
He's pleading the fifth over here. Everybody go rock the vote. All right, and that was it for that list. I'll just finish with a few movie recommendations. Movies that are great about getting older. Boyhood is really good. It tells it's a real live thing, Ethan Hawke and stuff from Richard Linklater. I think it was over 12 years where they filmed the family over a 12-year period of them aging up, and it's just really cool to see.
It's a big gamble.
And then it is. And then also there is an Ethan Hawke movie so it might be the same director, called Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. And that takes place that was filmed, or at least released in 95, 2004, and 2013, and follows the same two actors as they meet up during these actual periods in time. And it's kind of, it's scripted, right? It's not like they're just real documenting meeting up, but
yeah,
he likes to play with time, and I think that's really cool.
Okay. I've seen Boyhood, just not the other.
Oh, you did see Boyhood. I know you'd seen Boyhood. Guys, I'm surprised. Here we are. Here we are. Growing old. That is growing old. That is all there is to say about it. Nothing more. Don't smoke. That's all I got from that.
Yeah, we're all living it. We all understand.
We all have to do it. It's like standing in line for a roller coaster you're terrified to go on and realizing, well, I got to do it. There is no getting out of line.
That's not the same. You can get out of line.
For aging?
For a roller coaster.
I mean, but I'm thinking
you can get out of line.
And you get pressured into doing the drop zone at Elitch's, and you're terrified, but you're at the front of the line, you've been waiting for an hour, and you're I don't want to do this, but then you do it anyway, so you don't look like a little punk. Sorry, I made it personal, and then I reflected that in my phrasing. I mean, no, that's never happened to me. I never did that against my will.
Well, that's a story for another day, I feel.
That is a story for another day. And that was the whole story.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to another famous part of your life. Oh. That's your ins and outs, I think.
Oh, you're right. It is time for ins and outs, everybody. Buckle in, okay? It's been quite the episode, but we're gonna finish strong here. The in for this week, since Nate never has an in, is going to involve Nate.
Oh.
This is, speaking of memory, Nate's memory. I am going to read off a few of the titles of our podcast from the first run and see if Nate knows what movie it was in reference to.
Titles.
Like what I put in the podcast description.
Oh, God,
like the themes.
I didn't read those at all.
No, sorry.
Oh,
just the themes, not the description itself.
Oh,
you should be, it should be easy. Okay?
Should be.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We'll start off Escape Artists and Alcatraz.
That
should be a softball.
The Rock.
The Rock. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
This one should also be very obvious. Airports and escape rooms.
Oh, this was game night.
You nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Magic and faking your own death.
Shit. Magic. Faking your own death. Fuck. I'm drawing a blank on this one right now.
That is The Prestige, I believe. No, it's The Illusionist.
Oh, okay, Illusionist. Okay.
I don't know. Even I'm supposed to be the one with the answer, but
I should have took a guess on that one.
Yeah, it was Magic. It was one of the two. I was like, wait, but then I was like, Prestige is not underrated. So at this point, we were doing underrated ones. Whether you think what I've already said is underrated or not, that's go fuck yourself. That was what we used. Okay, here we go. Let's try Private Eyes and Protests.
Private Eyes and Protest. Yeah, that was totally one battle after another. We did that before it came out, right?
No. The focus should be on Private Eyes. What's the story of two Private Eyes that we watched?
Oh, fuck.
One of them gets their arm broken in the kitchen.
Yeah. The Nice Guys.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. What about drag queens and same-sex marriage?
Drag queens at Birdcage?
You know it. Which recently I saw a clip from The View where Nathan Lane knocks Timothée Chalamet down a peg because we're during the storm of him saying that ballet and opera aren't like, like they're dying. Like, great. He says that, and then he's like, I lost 14% of my viewership. And it's like, you little shit. You're not good enough to be this like cocky little asshole. When he did that speech, this is a sidetrack real quick. When he did that speech where he's like, oh, I want it and I want to be the best ever. Everybody's like, good for him. He knows what he wants. I was like, this is coming off as not, I don't see it as something good. I see him as being cocky and pompous, and this is not the time to be like, dude, these other great actors don't say that shit on stage. They just do their job, right? And if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. Now he's just getting in his own fucking ass, and he's one of the Kardashian. He's dating one of them. Like, dude's fault. He's ruining his rep. Even Spielberg took a jab at him in a recent clip. If Spielberg makes a knock at you, you have fucked something up bad, dude.
Yeah.
So damn. You don't want him to be mad at you or think like you're a little asshole. But anyway, let's see if I have a Chalamet movie. I don't think we've ever done one on this.
No.
I'm only going to give you one of these because the second one's going to give it away. Drive-ins.
Twisters.
Yo, he fucking did it. Oh, shit. Archery and meteorologists.
Fuck. That was
in the name, basically.
Archery and meteorologist.
Meteorologist will give it away if you just think of another way to call them that.
What's another?
There you go.
It was Nicolas Cage. For some reason, I kept going to the Family Man, and I was like, no, it's something with man. What's the other one?
Yep, there's a few of those. Family Man. We obviously Family Man we just did, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you two more. OCD. I'll only give you one of those.
Fuck. You ever piss blood? God damn it. I know the line.
Sam
Can't
Rockwell.
think of the movie.
They're con artists as well. So I guess that doesn't actually help you if you don't know the name.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I know the movie, but I'm not going to get this one right now.
How would you light a candle?
Matchstick Man.
Boom.
Fuck.
That's all right. I don't know if I was looking at this like, would I be able to do it if it was the other way around? No idea. I mean, there's 70 of them. So last one. Let's see if you got this one, Nate. NASA and navigation.
NASA, navigation. NASA deals with flight, navigation, navigating, navigator. The flight of the navigator.
Wrong. It was sunshine. You fucking idiot. No. Congratulations. That was my little mini game. All right, that was in. That was my in.
All right.
The out I'll make much quicker. Mother Teresa, she's out. Now, you ever heard about Mother Teresa?
Yeah, a little bit.
And people love her.
Mm-hmm.
But she was also to quote the Vice article, Mother Teresa was kind of a heartless bitch. And here's three facts. The University of Ottawa published a paper in 2012 detailing Teresa's crimes. When doctors visited her missions, they reportedly discovered that 1/3 of patients, quote unquote, lay dying without receiving appropriate care. Fact 2, the conditions in her missions were so dire, in fact, that they were once compared to photographs of Nazi Germany's Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. When confronted about these allegations, according to Christopher Hitchens, Mother Teresa said, "There is something beautiful in seeing the poor accept their lot, to suffer it like Christ's passion. The world gains much from their suffering." Now, people love Mother Teresa, and I think they made her into a saint or something like that. Fact 3, according to the New York Times, Mother Teresa used her Nobel Prize acceptance speech to speak out against abortion. Quoting, "To me, the nations with legalized abortion are the poorest nations," she said. "The greatest destroyer of peace today is the crime against the unborn child."
Can you desaint someone?
Desanctify. That's right. It's sanctifying. Yeah, desanctify would be probably it. And bonus one, she urged Ireland to vote against a bill allowing divorce in 1995. And bonus 2, when wearing AIDS ribbons became trendy, she bragged about helping victims, although she hates condoms, which would have saved countless lives. So, if you like Mother Teresa, so sorry, not sorry, she sucked. But she got like this great like PR campaign, right, that made her look cool. Anyway, that was out. She's out. All right. Nate, bring us home with some recommendations. What do you recommend they do before the next step?
I'm going to recommend Forbidden Island.
Ooh, it's a good
Todd's
one.
played
I
it.
like that one.
Yeah, it's a nice cooperative game. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much you're on this island trying to discover sacred treasures and get off the island before it completely sinks or gets flooded. And it's just a nice cooperative game because everyone's actually working together. You're all discussing, oh, what if we did this? What if we did that? Trying to figure out the best way to escape this island.
Yeah, it's fun because it's very cooperative. Like you can talk through the things. You're all trying to work together. So if you don't see something, you're not just screwed. Somebody else will be like, do this. And you're like, okay, great, I can do that.
Yeah.
But it is hard. Depending on what the tiles you get dropped, you could lose harshly. We've experienced that.
It is not an easy game, but there's actually a bunch in this line. A lot of it's just forbidden games because there's forbidden desert, there's jungle. Yep. So whichever one tickles your fancy, any of those.
Just like the dragon dildo. All right, so let's see. Mine, I did some songs, I believe, recently, but I'm gonna. This one, I speaking of a broken record, it is specifically the Nothing Song by Sigur Rós. Now, this is a homework project for you guys. Now, pronounced Nios Navalin, which that's the Icelandic term for nothing, and so that's why they call it the Nothing Song. And I'm saying, guys, if you don't believe me, that Sigur Rós is great, okay? Put this one on and close your eyes. Think of something big you've always imagined yourself doing, like that fantasy moment, that epic thing, or some great moment, that freeing moment in your life, and just like listen to that song with your eyes closed, just have that on. It's powerful. And that's kind of like, that's the experience I had, when Sigur Rós played at the end of Vanilla Sky. It was the Nothing Song that plays there. And it's weird because it's on Icelandic, so you kind of put your own lyrics into the song, like if you don't speak Icelandic. And I always read Nios Navalin as exile, not for long. and like that still like was powerful in the way it's like saying and like the meaning behind being exiled but not for long or whatever like that. It's just, I don't know, now I'm imprinting what I think it says in there, but if you have like different lyrics or something, run wild. But I don't know, just a nice peaceful thing.
Okay, nice. Very different. I like it.
That's it. Nate?
Okay.
What should they do? And I guess, what are we doing next week?
Oh, so next week will be new for us a bit.
Yeah.
It's a movie we have both not seen.
It's true.
And it is Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah, animated on Netflix right now.
Yep. So this is definitely out of Todd's realm. He hates animated movies. Thinks they're all kid movies.
This to me. You keep doing this to me. It's not true. I watch animated movies. I grew up on animated movies, goddammit. I have animated movies up on our agenda for later on.
So yeah, that's next week what we're doing. But where can they find us? Where can they talk to us, Todd?
Oh, all over the place. I mean, if you want to, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. You can leave comments on Spotify, all that good stuff. Yeah, to leave us, rate us, whatever you want to do. That's cool. Everything helps. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell those you hate. It all matters to us. Thank you so much. That's my pitch, my spiel.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. It works.
Cool. What do you got for us, Nate?
With that, I guess enjoy getting older.
You couldn't even read off like one of your crazy dildos. Just getting older, huh? All right, enjoy getting older.
It stuck with me. All right, the dildo didn't stick with me, but your dildo, my dildo, stuck with you. Apparently.
Your dildo stuck with me is what he said. Dude, he knew it when he said it. Oh my god, it's fucking Candyland! What a great finish. Bye, everybody.